Hello and welcome back. We are keeping it nice and casual today. It is a Sunday, a day of rest. Not that we haven't been resting for the other whole of the week and the next week, but I've got some cycling shorts on with a black top because we're just going for some chilled food, Timberland trainers, beach bag that we stole off the mother-in-law. And that's about it. Oh, sunglasses, there we go. So we're going to go and get some pizza and have a very chilled, nice day. Come along. We headed down to Faliraki. There's a couple of places to park around here near this little amphitheatre thing. I've not actually seen anything on in the amphitheatre. It appeared a while back and I've never seen it used. But anyway, parking down here, there's not loads of it. There is also a taxi rank. You can also get bike hire and scooter hire like you can in lots of UK cities. I'm not really a fan of these scooters. I don't know about you, have you tried them? I'm not talking about in Rhodes, I'm just talking about in general. I've tried them once and that was in Liverpool, I think, and yeah, it wasn't for me personally. Anywho, we ended up in Portobello, which is a really nice Italian restaurant, and I actually ended up going for pasta, not pizza in the end. But yes, it was really good. I do like the pizza there as well. We go here quite a lot and would really recommend. There's just something for everybody really. And then we decided to head to the beach. We have made it to the beach. We had lovely pasta for lunch and now we're just going to spend the afternoon chilling on the beach. But I have come very, very prepared today. I have brought with me a little wine with a little picnic cup. So I'm going to crack that open and enjoy watching the sunset at the beach. After the beach, obviously I had to treat myself to a pitta. This time I went for a chicken gyros and it was lovely and well needed after a hard day of relaxing. We are off for a nice chilled evening in Faliraki. We're just going to go for a few drinks, and the outfit today, I got this dress from a random shop online, couldn't tell you what it was, but I can maybe try and find out. Timberland sandals on the bottom, not the most delicate, but we're feeling comfort tonight. And a little pink bag with the shorter strap on this time, and that's it for today. Hello, welcome back. We are on possibly day 8, day 9, I've kind of completely lost track, but we are going to the Old Town. It is very, very hot today, so I have got my trainers on for exploring times, a skirt from Uniqlo, little watermelon top, stolen bag from the mother-in-law, and some sunglasses, and that's about it. I have tried to put a little clip in my hair, it probably is going to fall out at some point. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But yes, we're off to explore the Old Town and then maybe pop to the beach after. See you in a bit. It does kind of feel like a romanticised movie when you're driving on roads and everything's just so sunny and blue and lovely. But yes, I really do enjoy having the advantage of a hire car. I think I said it in the last video. You can just hop in and set off whenever you want. You're not restricted to tour times. Having said that, there is public transport in Rhodes obviously, and there are boats that you can take from a lot of the popular areas, so from Faliraki to Rhodes or Lindos. But speaking of boats, so in the harbour of Rhodes Town you will see massive cruise ships, and I mean massive. I actually don't understand how they are floating. I look at them and I just think, how is that physically possible? I wasn't very good at physics in school, so maybe that explains why. But yes, you do get these giant boats, and I just love this drive into Rhodes Town where you start driving up against the old historic walls as well. It's so strange to see these giant cruise ships and then all the old town buildings. But the cruises, a lot of the Mediterranean Greek cruises will come via Rhodes. They've got big ports and obviously it's a big island with a lot of stuff for cruise passengers to get off and explore really. And the old town is fantastic. Let's have a look. Got some, I say smaller boats, they're still huge and probably cost lots and lots of money, but they are, I would assume, private ones. So these boats here are probably privately owned, or there could be some business ones that take you round, I don't know, I'm just pondering. These here, we have the walls, there are entryways all around as well, but I will find out how old these walls are, but pretty dang old basically. If you watch one of my earlier videos, I talk about going to the 9D cinema, and that literally tells you all about the history of Rhodes, and I should have remembered more, but I will find that out for you. But yeah, you see, basically you drive all the way around and there are parking spots. Obviously it's very busy, limited number of parking spots, so again, gotta be just patient and wait until you find your spot. We usually park on one side where there's usually spots, but if there's not, you just have to keep on looking. Obviously you can get taxis here, cruise ships here, you can get public transport here, you can get a boat here if you're staying in certain places like Faliraki. There's a boat that will take you from Faliraki to Rhodes Town. It'll take you to Lindos as well. If you're wondering who I'm asking questions to, it is Nick, because obviously he is driving and I am being a passenger princess, but he's got all the local information. Yeah, we're coming into more of the town here, and more boats, lots and lots and lots of boats. It's very busy, there's lots of stuff going on. If you are driving, just be on your wares. Obviously it's like any busy built up area, tourists, locals, mopeds, buses, cars, boats, although hopefully the boats aren't in the road. So down here, I'll show you it closer up in a minute when we park, but is where the Colossus is meant to have stood. Now it might not have stood in this harbour, as this is potentially newer harbour. It might have stood in an older version of the harbour, but it was basically a ginormous bronze sculpture, and unfortunately it was destroyed. It stood for years and years and years, and it was destroyed in an earthquake, but they didn't rebuild it, even though there were offers to support the financial rebuild of it, because the locals feared that they had displeased the gods, and that is why it came crashing down. Now unfortunately there isn't any remnants of the statue, but there are plenty and plenty of stories and records, and yes, this is the one of the current harbour places that you can find in Rhodes, and we are now just finding a car parking spot. We have parked up in the car park. Bearing in mind some of the car parks do have different rules, so half this car park is free and half the car park is paid for, so just double check where you're parking. And I'm just going to show you this. So here we have the entrance to the harbour, and on top of the pillars there are the deer. If you watch one of our previous videos, we spoke about the famous deer that is unique to Rhodes, and not goats, as one of my friends asked. Why are there goats on the harbour? They're not goats, they are deer. One with antlers, one without. It's a lovely entrance to watch this boat come on in. And you can see the gentleman fishing just on the end there as well. Earlier I was talking about the boat which goes between Faliraki and Rhodes, and it is that red one just coming out there. And there's a little bit on top and a little bit underneath, choose which one you want, but yeah, it's almost like a boat bus. And there's one for Lindos as well. And if you can't go too long without Starbucks, even though there are lots of different coffee shops on the island, they also have Starbucks as well. My Starbucks drink of choice at the moment is the shaken sugar brown espresso oat. I can't remember the order of it. What is it? Brown sugar shaken oat milk espresso. Brown sugar shaken espresso. And apparently it's different in different countries, and I do think this is slightly sweeter in Rhodes than it is in England, and I'm going to compare it when we go on holiday later on this year as well to what their ones are like. And yeah, obviously we have gone to a lot of independent coffee shops too, but just wanted to compare this one to our ones back home. And there is a giant Rhodes mug here that I'll put a video in, and it's really cool, really cute, but it is nearly 25 euros, and can I justify that? I'm gonna have a think about it. We are now walking into the Old Town. If you watched one of the previous videos, I've done the same walk at night time, but we are now in the glorious sun, so you can see everything in lots of detail. Here we are walking in. Obviously these are very old buildings, and people still live here, but there's also lots of restaurants, shops, and it's always very busy. Day or night, it's going to be busy. And yeah, it's just a really nice place to come, and it's for a little bit of history. Obviously this is a very bustling town years and years ago, and it still is to this day. We have come to the Archaeological Museum here in Rhodes Old Town. I've never actually been here before, but it has quite a few famous statues that you might see replicated in souvenirs across the island. This is a map of the museum here and the grand courtyard. It is paid for admission and it's €10 per person. This is a grave statue of a lion, which is the marker of a monumental grave. And this statue you will see replicated in little souvenir items that you can pick up as well. And there's this beautiful mosaic floor just beneath it. And here's a little sign with some more information there as well. As well as holding a lot of history, these places are great to come to get out of the heat as well, because obviously they didn't have air conditioning back in the day, but they could make shade, and there's a lot of nice shaded architecture here. Even just coming and looking at the architecture, it's really beautiful. This looks like it was a little model of a building. Got no idea if it was or not. Lots of different stones and carvings, and the traditional mosaic floor as well. I seem to have lost my husband. Oh, I found him. Some more mosaics here. There is a cafe as well, I believe. Obviously a modern cafe. You've got these big steps here to go up to the next floor. Let's go. No railings. Be careful. This is just what I'm telling myself at the moment. They've got these really impressive carvings as well, obviously not all complete. Look at this one here. Entering the museum part now with different collections. And it's just so quiet, the stone just absorbs the sound. There's a fireplace there. Wouldn't believe you'd need that in Greece. So this is a very famous statue, Aphrodite, known as the Rhodes Venus. And there's loads of really detailed carvings in this room as well. Got some more life-size carvings in this room here. This one was in fact recovered from the seabed. Wow, this room is just absolutely ginormous. Wowee. Oh, and you can go under all these archways as well. Within this massive hall, there are all these little tiny rooms coming off it. I mean, it is just huge. And there's lots more carvings and archaeological finds as well. And they had the knights living here in Rhodes, and this is actually a tomb slab of a French knight. You have a tomb of one of the Grand Masters here. There are all these birds just swirling around. And you can even go higher up, obviously. This place is out of bounds, but there is a little spiral staircase which goes up even further. These ones have scenes carved into them as well. Literally in every room there's just more and more archaeological finds. And these pots that ancient Greece is very famous for. Some even have mirrors to show the inside of the pots, as well as the outside. They have so many finds here. I think these are some of my favourites. These tiny carved animals. And a lot of these pots date back BC. I mean, we're talking very, very, very old. So it's amazing how well they've been. Some of them obviously have been shattered and put back together. Yeah, and I'll give you a little bit more information over here. So you can give that a pause and a read. Greek and English. The Old Town is well known for the Knight's Castle, but we were actually chatting and the Knight's Castle is spectacular, but I would say not to miss this one out because you've got so many items and archaeological finds. Some information here about Camaros, which you can also visit on Rhodes, another ancient city. You've got a huge grand entrance over here. We've just come outside on the upper level and there's loads more statues here as well. There's also a cafe out here. some sea life and more lions, of course. Ooh, and some steep steps. And there are some bathrooms as well. From the outside, I hadn't anticipated how large this building was. You just keep turning around different corners, there's different places. It's almost like a secret garden, the bit we're in now. It's actually amazing. We've got, this literally is a secret garden almost. A courtyard just full of greenery and yeah. It's almost like nature's taking the building back. It's a really beautiful room with a domed ceiling. I would love to be able to tell you what this was, whether it was an orangery or some sort of wash area, I'm not sure, but there seems to be a lot of water themes to it. I'll look at the map and find out exactly what this was. Oh, I'm being told there's fishes over there, and I love a fish, or psaria as they are in Greek. And here are the fish in their little pond. Obviously no coins in this. It's a very human thing to throw coins in a pond for luck, but no, the fishies do not want coins. Just look at this area. I don't know what this area would have looked like originally, but these trees look like they've been here a long time. More arches and mosaics over there. And I really don't have any idea where we are now. Just having a wander around and explore, and oh, a butterfly just flew past. Well, like I said, this place just goes on and on. It's actually fantastic. And there's so many historical elements and archaeological finds. There are some rooms that you can't take videos or photos in for whatever reason, but it's really clearly signed. And there is some areas that have skeletons in. They're obviously been found at dig sites and things like that, and they give you the history of what they think their age was and how they were buried. And there's one with an actual horse as well, and it's just really interesting reading that all. But yeah, no pictures or videos in there. Oh, gone very sunny all of a sudden, but it is just massive. And definitely leave time to walk around, because we have missed a couple of rooms because it does close around 5 o'clock, some of the rooms. Different rooms have different closing times. And yeah, now we're just having a wander around outside. We've come to another museum that I've always wanted to go to, but it's never been open because we usually come to the Old Town at night time, but now we're here in the day. It's called Path of the Gods, and you start off by watching a 20-25 minute film about Rhodes, and you get to look around different sections, and each section has a different theme. So for example, this one is the technology. There are different things that have been found or linked to Rhodes. For example, this. So this was found in a shipwreck, and it's been linked to Rhodes, and it's the first calculating machine in history. This pot here, you put money in and it delivers water. Very smart. This model here is depicting that they had automatic doors. How cool. And underneath we have Old Town, so a lot of the museum has glass panels so you can see what you're walking on top of as well. It's pretty cool. We've got games in this section here, and of course an Olympic section as well. And the museum is €9. The staff are so helpful and knowledgeable, really helpful, really friendly, and there are lots of different languages that you can listen to the film in as well. And you can see all the way down into the museum, and actually the parts that I was showing you on the floor underneath are part of the aqueduct that transported water, much like our modern day sewer and water systems. We've had a busy day exploring the Old Town, and now we're just sat watching the sunset. And I just thought, while we're watching the sunset, I'll reflect on today. So obviously we went around the museum, that was great. It was massive. It was just room after room of interesting archaeological items. Then we went to the small museum afterwards, and the people were really nice. They had a lot to talk about, and I think if you're going for learning a bit of history about Rhodes and you want to ask a lot of questions, they're really good. It is a small museum, and they do say before you go in, it is a small museum. I think if you're looking for a bit more of a fun interactive experience for the family, then maybe the 9D cinema, but it all just depends on what you're after. And now we're just sat here watching the sunset before we pop back to Faliraki and go for some drinks. I was trying to open the door to show you the sunset and a huge cricket has jumped in the car. Anyway, sunsetting over there over the sea, and now I'm going to go deal with this cricket. After a lovely day exploring the Old Town, we are off for some drinks in Faliraki. So outfit of the day is little brown bag, green dress from Zara a couple of years ago, some Timberland sandals to go with it, slick back hair, and I think that's it tonight. So thank you so much for watching, like, subscribe, do what you gotta do, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.